Good day, everyone. My name is Ferdi, and welcome to Civil Tech Source. Today, we will go step by step on how to prepare our proposed and existing plans for our engineering drawings. We will go through a few things such as file structure, useful commands, and why it is important to set up our drawings correctly from the start of a project. Let's begin. So, usually organizations separate their folders in the following format: one for civil department, one for the structural department, and one called others, usually for like any third parties information they receive, topographical surveys, utility services, the architectural plan. Now, if you want to go ahead and set up your engineering drawing, what you have to do is you want to grab your proposed site and your topographical survey and copy paste them into your civils department. Now, what will be a good practice is to create a folder and name it xref and paste them in there. So basically, the information that you receive, the DWG files, anything that you received, remain intact and not modified by you, and then you can copy paste them in yours and change them however you like. If something happens, you can go back to them and grab them. So now what you want to do is maybe rename them, but keep their revision, which is the most important thing. And let's go ahead and open both files. So we have our topographical survey. As you can see, there is quite a lot going on. We have like the grid, we have existing levels, we have some slopes. So what you want to go ahead do first thing first is to check your units. So we type units and hit enter, and we will check. Now in the units here it says unitless. What does that mean? That means when you extract this drawing, so create a link between this drawing and your engineering drawing, it means that it will not convert the drawing. Like if it's in meters and your drawing is in millimeters, it will convert it automatically. But when it's unitless, it will not convert it. Now, if your engineering drawing is set up to be meters, and let's say your this drawing is drawn in meters, but it's unitless, you can go ahead and change it in meters. But if your drawing is unitless, your engineering drawing is unitless, you would want to keep it unitless as well, so that no conversion will happen. So since it's unitless, what we want to do is we hit OK, and we want to check on what units this was drawn. So we've got a road here, so what we're going to do is measure distance as 7.0. So basically we know that's in meters. So the next step is to check the coordinates to see if actually our topographical survey is in the right place. So we have the grids and the coordinates. How we can check that is by typing ID, and then we snap on the point where these coordinates say it is, and we will just double check. So as we can see, it matches. So now we can go ahead and start clearing our drawing and making it presentable. We will remove the grid lines, so because we don't have any need for them, and as well they won't be overlapping over our drawing, engineering drawing. Next thing is we want to do is we want to set everything by layer. So we select everything, and we can go to the properties and change the color and make it by layer. Now what we want to do is we want to give it we don't want our existing drawing to stand out as much, because that was existing, and then we have the proposed, and we want the proposed to stand out more. So what we can do is go ahead to our layer properties manager, select everything, and then deselect layer 0 by holding Control and clicking on layer 0, and change everything to a gray color, to 5.1 for example. Now everything changed to gray, seems great. We save it, and now we will move to our proposed site. Now this is our proposed site. We will do the same steps. We're gonna check the units. It says unitless. In case it was millimeters, then we change it to unitless as well, since we're not gonna go with the conversion method. Then we're gonna check the what it's been drawn on. So if we check this car park, it says 5,000. So that means the architect drew it in millimeters. Usually architect draw in millimeters. So what we will do is select everything. One way of selecting is by clicking and dragging, or we can Control A and then scale, enter. Now the base point should be 0.0, and the scale factor should be 0.001. Now if we zoom extend or double click the mouse wheel, we can go back to where our drawing is, and now we will remove any unnecessary information. For example, we don't need the schedule, and what we're gonna do is select everything and set it by layer. Next thing, we want to go to our layers property managers, select everything, deselect layer 0, and change everything to a white color to stand out. Now, as you can see, our side boundary, which was this red line, changed to white. So now our side boundary needs to remain red no matter what. So what we can do is we can go to our color and make it red. So now if we change the layers, the layer colors, the side boundary won't change because this polyline is set not by layer but by color red. Now what we want to do now is we want to check if our proposed site layout is in the same place as the topo. So one way to check that is by checking the coordinates if we know it, or the other simplest way is to attach xref the existing site plan. So we can go attach WG and check the existing site plan. We leave the scale as 1, 0, 0, we don't specify, angle we don't specify, and we want it as overlay. That way it won't bring any unnecessary layers with any other xrefs that have been xrefed in the existing site plan. So we can see it's actually in the right place. So now we can just go ahead and detach it, and we can save it. And we're gonna open a new drawing, which will be our engineering drawing. What we can do is go ahead and save it in the civils folder, and we can give it the name, the project number usually. Let's name it this project 001, and then we give it a 000, which is the drawing number, and then we type template. So basically every time you want to create a new drawing for that project, you will just open that one and everything will be set up from there, and then you just save as on top of it. So now what we want to do is we want to go to model space, type xref, hit enter, and we want to bring our proposed and existing. We click open. Scale, we're not changing it because we already converted everything. Insertion point, we leave it as it is, and we click overlay. We hit OK. Now we type zoom and we select extend so we can see, and as we can see, it imported everything. You can see that the proposed layout stands out more than the topographical survey. Now what we want to do is we want to check the xref for any problems, and as you can see there is some exclamation marks here. So if we go back to our existing site plan, if we go to the external references, we can see there's exclamation mark. Probably these are due to these pictures here. So what we can do is select them and detach them and save the drawing, and then we'll jump back to our template. Now a pop-up message will appear, says reload existing site plan. We reload it, and if we go to external references, you can see they're gone. So now the next step is to set up your viewport. So we can type viewport, click on single, snap on our points, and we have it there. Now we want to scale that viewport. So what we want to do, I already have set up my scales, so I'll just click on 1/500 and it's there. Now if you want to tweak it a tiny bit, you can go ahead, but for me it's fine right now. So now we can hit save. Now next, what we can do is we can change these information here, for example. So what we can do is we can go to the project title and change it to, for example, tutorial for civil textors. And drawing title, we can leave it blank. Then we can go drawn by revision. There's no revision at the moment. Drawing number 000, project number 0001. They give us this, drawn by Ferdi Jafar, checked by your senior. You type in the project engineer, and the date was drawn was in January 2020. Scale is 1 to 500. Now your drawing is all set up. So everyone, this is how you prepare your engineering template for your future drawings. For example, drainage, external works, hard landscaping. And if you have any questions or comments, please do comment below. If you like the video, please like the video and please subscribe for future content. And I'll hopefully see you in the next video.